All right, so today we're going on a deep dive, and this one might bring back some memories for some of you out there.
Yeah, definitely.
We're going to be tackling Numa Numa, that early internet gem with the guy just rocking out to that Romanian pop song.
Oh, yeah.
It's more than just a catchy tune, though. This thing became a global phenomenon, and, well, today we're going to unpack exactly why that is.
Yeah, it's actually a fascinating case study in how something seemingly so simple can just explode in popularity and have this like incredible ripple effect on internet culture for years to come.
Hmm.
We're talking about the life cycle of a meme, the often bizarre relationship between fame and the internet, and how a 20-second clip can end up with a long tail,
Right.
meaning its impact is felt for years, even decades
Yeah.
afterwards.
You sent over that Wikipedia article on Numa Numa, and wow, it's amazing how much detail is actually in there.
Oh, yeah.
But before we go down that rabbit hole, let's set the stage for anyone who may not have encountered this internet classic.
Yeah, definitely.
We're talking about a video from way back in 2004,
Mm-hmm.
back when YouTube wasn't even really a thing yet.
Absolutely. The video first popped up on Newgrounds,
Oh,
a
wow.
site more known for its animations and flash games.
Right.
And it featured Gary Brolsma, a seemingly ordinary guy who became an overnight sensation just by lip-syncing and grooving to Dragostea Din Tai by the Romanian band Ozone.
Okay, so picture this. It's 2004, broadband is still pretty new for a lot of people, and suddenly this video of a guy just vibing in his bedroom goes global.
Yeah.
And we're not talking like a slow burn here. This
No.
thing spread like wildfire.
Right, and think about it. This is before the days of sharing with a single click on platforms like Facebook or Twitter.
Yeah.
Numa Numa spread through email chains, early social media word of mouth. It was like the definition of viral before we even really used that term in that context.
It's wild. The article mentions that by 2006, the video had racked up an estimated 700 million views.
Wow.
Second only to Star Wars Kid at the time.
I remember that.
Imagine waking up one morning and realizing you're practically a household name, all thanks to a webcam video.
It's that double-edged sword of internet fame, right? The article even mentions that Brolsma turned down offers from like huge shows like The Tonight Show because it was all so overwhelming.
Wow.
It makes you really think about the kind of pressure that comes with that level of like unexpected exposure.
Yeah, it's a lot to process for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, he was just a guy having fun in his bedroom. But this does bring up a question. Why did Numa Numa capture the world's attention so thoroughly? What was it about this particular video at that particular moment that made it such a phenomenon?
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it?
It really is.
And I think there are a few layers to kind of unpack here.
Okay.
First, let's talk about the song itself.
Yeah?
Dragostea Din Tai.
Yep.
Even without the video, it is incredibly catchy.
Oh, absolutely. It's one of those earworms that gets stuck in your head for days.
Exactly. And it also has this element of novelty to it,
Yeah.
especially for a Western audience that wasn't familiar with Romanian pop music.
Right.
The article actually mentions that Ozone, the band behind the song, actually saw a resurgence in popularity thanks to Numa Numa.
Wow.
It's like this fascinating feedback loop. The video introduced the song to a global audience, and the song's catchiness fueled the video's spread even further.
And it wasn't just the music either. There's just a certain charm to the video's simplicity.
Yeah.
Brolsma's just a guy, in his bedroom goofing off on his webcam. It felt genuine. It felt relatable,
Yeah.
even with the over-the-top lip syncing.
That authenticity was a huge factor for sure. This wasn't some slick, overproduced music video.
Right.
It felt real, unfiltered, and full of like pure, unadulterated joy.
Yeah.
And that's something that resonated with people.
It's like that friend we all have who's just naturally enthusiastic and fun to be around.
Yeah.
You can't fake that kind of energy.
Exactly.
And it shines through even through a grainy webcam video.
And you've got to remember the internet landscape in 2004. This is before the days of perfectly curated online personas.
Right.
Numa Numa felt like a breath of fresh air. A reminder that it was okay, just be yourself, have fun, and not take things too seriously.
And haven't we seen that same formula work time and time again with viral content? The things that really take off often have that element of spontaneity, that raw, unfiltered glimpse into someone's personality.
Absolutely. It's like a window into a shared human experience. And I think that's something we crave, especially in a digital world that can sometimes feel overly polished and curated.
Yeah, for sure. So we've got this perfectly timed combination of a catchy foreign language song, a relatable guy just having a blast, and an internet landscape that was really ripe for something authentic and shareable.
Yeah.
No wonder Numa Numa became such a global phenomenon.
It really highlights how these seemingly simple moments can capture the zeitgeist and become cultural touchstones for an entire generation.
Yeah.
And that kind of brings us to another fascinating aspect of this whole story, the aftermath.
Okay.
How do you navigate that kind of overnight fame? Especially when it comes from something as unexpected as a lip sync video.
It's interesting because the Wikipedia article mentions that Numa Numa wasn't even Brolsma's first time, like, dabbling in online video.
Oh, really?
Apparently, he was already active on Newgrounds, even winning awards for his animation work.
Now that's fascinating.
Yeah.
It adds another layer to this whole narrative.
Right.
He wasn't just someone who like randomly stumbled into viral fame.
Right.
He was already a creator, putting himself out there experimenting with different mediums.
Right. It's like he was building up to something, honing his skills, finding his voice. And then Numa Numa comes along, the perfect storm of a video at the perfect time, and it just catapults him into a whole different stratosphere of recognition.
It challenges that whole idea of the like accidental internet celebrity, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Because while the virality itself might seem random,
Mm-hmm.
there's often a backstory there.
Right.
A dedication to craft, a willingness to experiment, and a comfort with putting your work out there for the world to see.
It reminds me of that saying, luck is what happens when preparation meets opportunity. Maybe Brolsma didn't know exactly how Numa Numa would land, but he was, in a way, ready for it.
Man.
He'd put in the work, explored his creativity, and that set the stage for something amazing to happen.
And that's a really good takeaway, I think, for anyone who dreams of making a splash in the digital world.
Yeah.
You can't manufacture virality. You can't control the whims of the internet. But you can focus on honing your craft, finding your unique voice, and being prepared for when that opportunity for connection presents itself. So as we're wrapping up our deep dive into Numa Numa, what are some lasting thoughts that we can take away from this whole phenomenon?
For me, it really highlights the incredible power and, let's be honest, the often unpredictable nature of internet culture.
Yeah.
Something seemingly simple can unexpectedly resonate with millions, bridging languages and cultures in ways we never could have imagined.
Like this weird, wonderful time capsule, isn't it? This little 20-second video continues to spark joy and conversation even decades later. It makes you wonder what future generations will make of it all,
Absolutely. And I think there's also a reminder in there about the complexities of online fame.
Right. How something so positive can also come with, unexpected challenges and pressures.
It definitely gives you a lot to think about, that's for sure. And hey, if nothing else, Numa Numa proves that sometimes the most profound cultural moments are also the most unexpected.
Yeah, I think that's a good note to end on.
So keep your eyes open, stay curious, you never know what you might find out there in the wild world of the internet.